Welcome to the Body Scan Meditation. This practice is a powerful tool that can improve your health and well-being when used on a regular basis. It is suggested that you set aside a time to do this practice as a time for you, a time to be totally by yourself and with yourself. This can also be a nourishing time and a time to give yourself positive energy. Therefore, practicing this on a daily basis will derive the most benefit. This is also a time to be in a state of non-doing and to just be. As such, choose a time and a place when you will not be disturbed or distracted. Remember to be gentle on yourself, letting go of any judgments or expectations, and just rest in the awareness of whatever is arising moment to moment. There is no need to try to relax or feel in a certain way. There is no need to strive for or achieve a particular state. In essence, there is no right way or wrong way to feel. We are just cultivating the faculty of paying attention in this moment, moment by moment. Do your best to stay awake and alert, and to pay attention by following the guidance on this CD. In this practice, you will move your attention over different body parts while the body remains still. As you do this, you may notice that your mind will wander away from the particular body part of the practice. That is, your mind may become distracted by thoughts, feelings, emotions, sounds, or even sensations in other parts of the body. When you notice that this has happened, without judging, this is right or wrong, gently and firmly bring your attention back to the area of the body that we are on, coming back to the practice, back to the moment. And if your attention wanders off 100 times, come back 100 times. For each of these moments are moments of waking up to this moment in this moment. Since we will be moving the attention over the body while the body remains still, this practice lends itself to a lying down posture. It is usually done with the eyes closed, but the eyes may remain open, especially if sleepiness, dullness, or fatigue set in. Lying down on your back in a comfortable position, perhaps with a cushion under your knees or in the astronaut position, is suggested. However, you may choose any position in which you will be comfortable, but not so relaxed that you will have trouble staying awake. This includes lying down on a bed, or sitting in a chair or recliner, or even sitting straight up. Wear loose, non-restrictive clothing that is comfortable. Choose a quiet, comfortable setting where you are not likely to be disturbed. So let's begin by dropping into this moment and into this practice by bringing your attention into your body, where it's making contact with the surfaces that are holding it up. So this may include the heel, the backs of the legs, the buttocks, the upper and lower back, the arms, and the head. And noticing the contact as a sensation that may be called touch, pressure, or even weight of the body. And perhaps also noting other sensations like coolness of air coming across the skin, the light touch of clothing. Perhaps there's tingling or numbness, wetness, dryness. A whole variety of different sensations may be present at any time during this practice. However, there's no need to label, name, identify, analyze, or judge any of these sensations. Just noticing the sensations that are arising on a moment-to-moment basis is what we'll be doing in this practice. So having become aware of these sensations, when you're ready, bring your attention to the breath at your belly. Noticing the effect of the breath on the belly, the expansion on the in-breath and the contraction receding on the out-breath. There's no need to manipulate, control, analyze, improve, or even count the breath. In this practice, we're just cultivating the power of attention. And so it's just bringing awareness and attention to the breath at the belly in this moment. So literally, this is breathing in and knowing you're breathing in, breathing out, knowing you're breathing out, breath by breath, moment by moment. Coming up close to the breath at the belly, befriending the breath. And when you notice your attention has wandered away from the breath, distracted, lost in thought, or perhaps tired, without giving yourself a hard time, gently and firmly returning your attention to the breath, back to the moment by coming back to the practice. Also, throughout this body scan practice, if any intense feelings, emotions, or sensations arise, or perhaps you become too distracted, lost in thought, caught up in a story, you can come back to the breath, holding your attention on the breath at the belly and allowing the feelings, emotions, distractions to pass. And then when you're ready, returning to the body scan recording on whatever part of the body the guidance is on, and picking up the practice at that point. Establishing the breath at the belly as an anchor to bring your attention back into the moment by coming back to the breath. And now shifting your attention to the left foot, beginning with the heel. Noticing the sensations of contact of the heel on the surface it's on. Noticing if it's soft or hard, pressure. And then bringing that attention into the bottom of the foot, the sole and the arch together. Aware of the sensations here. Perhaps there's tingling, moisture, touch, air blowing by. Or perhaps there are no sensations. If at any time during this practice there are no sensations, there's no need to create sensations by moving the body or imagining sensations. Just coming to know what no sensations feels like. So bringing the attention now to the bottoms of the toes, the big toe, the little toe, the 3 toes in between, the tips of the toes, now the tops of the toes, sensations between the toes, around the toes, and then moving up to the top of the foot, touch, moisture, coolness, air. And then bringing the attention into the left ankle. Perhaps circling the left ankle with your attention. Also going into the left ankle joint. Sensations internally and externally in the ankle area. And then moving the attention into the left foreleg. The calf resting on a surface, and the shin. Sensations that may be pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. And again, there may be no sensations. And relaxing the attention from the foreleg, bringing the attention into the left knee. The entirety of the knee area, the kneecap, the knee joint, the bend in the back of the knee. Noticing if there's contact, or touch, pressure. Perhaps noticing the bend in the knee if it's bent. Being fully present with the sensations that are present in the knee, and now coming into the left thigh. The thigh muscles in the front and in the back, the inside and the outside of the thigh. And the large bone down the middle, the femur. Noticing perhaps the angle of the thigh with the hip. Noticing the contact, perhaps touch of the clothes. And then when you're ready, extending the attention to include the entire left leg. From the hip down to the toes, the thighs, the knee, foreleg, ankle, the foot, and the toes. Fully aware of all the sensations arising from the left leg. And then bringing the attention across the right leg down to the right foot. Beginning again with the heel making contact, the touch, the pressure, soft or firm. And now coming into the sole and the arch of the right foot. Aware of any tingling, light touch, air blowing by, or no sensations. And now the base of the toes, the big toe, the middle toe, the little toe, and the toes in between. Coming around the toes, the tips of the toes, the spaces between the toes. Noticing sensations across the tops of the toes. Sensing deeply into the toes, perhaps there's tingling, throbbing. And now coming to the top of the right foot. Noticing if there's touch, constriction, coolness, moisture. I'm coming into the right ankle, the entire right ankle area, circling the attention around the ankle, noticing sensations inside the ankle. And then bringing that attention into the right foreleg, the calf resting against the surface it's on, the shin, the long muscles and bones. Being fully present with whatever sensations are arising in the right foreleg. And now the right knee area, the kneecap, the knee joint, the bend in the back of the knee, the inside and the outside of the knee. And then bringing that attention into the right thigh. Quadriceps muscles in the front of the thighs, the hamstrings muscles in the back of the thighs, muscles along the inside and the outside of the thigh. Sensing on the skin, contact perhaps in the back, touch on the top. Sensing deeply inside the thigh, the large femur bone down the middle. From the knee up to the hip. Perhaps noting the angle that the thigh makes with the hip. And then expanding the attention to include the entire leg, the entire right leg from the hip down to the toes. Being fully present with all the sensations arising from the right leg. Pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, mixed, no sensations. And then bringing the attention into the pelvic area. The pelvic bowl, the groin, and the soft belly muscles across the front, the hips on the sides, the buttock, tailbone on the back, the internal organs, the genitals, the external organs, the organs of reproduction and elimination. Aware of any sensations on the surface and deep inside the pelvis. And throughout this practice, if any intense, especially unpleasant memories, emotions, feelings arise, if it's available to you, perhaps allowing these feelings and emotions to be, acknowledging, letting them be, continuing with the practice, or if necessary, bringing the attention to the breath at the belly, resting the attention there until the feelings and emotions pass, and then returning to the practice. And bringing the attention now into the belly, to the abdominal area, becoming aware again of the breath at the belly, the rising fullness of the belly on the in-breath, the receding back, contracting, emptying of the belly on the out-breath. sensations along the muscles and skin on the surface, and also internally into the abdominal cavity, the organs of digestion and elimination, stomach, liver, pancreas, intestine, colon, kidneys. Being fully present with the entirety of the abdominal area. And then bringing the attention to the chest, the breast, the chest muscles, the rib cage, noticing the expansion and contraction of the rib cage with the in and out breath. The front of the rib cage, the sides of the rib cage, the back of the rib cage, inside, internally, noticing the sensations arising from the heart beating, perhaps, air moving in and out of the lungs, vibrating. And then bringing the attention to the back of the chest, resting against the surface you're on, noticing perhaps slight movement, change in pressure, contact as you breathe, sensations around the shoulder blades, the spine down the middle. And then bringing the attention to the lower back, the lumbar spine area, the spine itself, the flanks, the muscles along the spine. Perhaps the lower back is up against the surface you're on, perhaps it's curved slightly away. And then expanding the attention to the entire back, upper and lower. And now the entire torso, including the pelvis, the abdomen, the chest, the entire back. Noticing the sensations on the surface as well as internally. Being fully present with the main part of the body, the torso. And then relaxing the attention from the torso, bringing the attention up to the left shoulder. Becoming aware of all the sensations arising from the shoulder muscles. Muscles that hold the arm onto the body, and the shoulder joint, and the underarm area. Noticing the effects of the breath on this region. Aware of whatever sensations are arising in the left shoulder, and now the left upper arm, the biceps muscles, triceps muscles, and the bone, the humerus bone down the middle. And then bringing that attention into the left elbow, the elbow joint, the bony protuberance, the groove where the funny bone nerve runs. Noticing if the elbow is bent, the sensations of a bent elbow. And then coming into the left forearm, the entire length of the forearm, the long bones, the long muscles, tendons, ligaments, contact, touch, coolness, moisture, no sensations. And now the left wrist. Sensing deeply into the left wrist, perhaps noticing pulsations, vibrations, or perhaps no sensations. And then bringing the attention into the hand, the back of the hand, the palm of the hand. Maybe contact, moisture, coolness, tingling, vibrations. And then extending the attention into the fingers and thumbs, the length of the fingers and thumbs, the shafts, the fingertips, the fingernails. Sensing perhaps vibrations, tingling, throbbing, moisture, coolness. And then expanding the attention to the entire left arm, from the shoulder down to the fingertips. And fully aware of all the sensations arising from the entire left arm. And then releasing the attention from the left arm, bringing the attention to the right shoulder. The shoulder muscles, connecting the arm to the body, the shoulder joint, the underarm area, sensations arising from the right shoulder area now. And now the right upper arm, the biceps and the triceps muscles, the bone down the middle. Noticing where the arm connects with the shoulder. And then coming to the right elbow, the bend in the elbow, the bone that protrudes out, the groove for the funny bone nerve, the elbow joint itself. And now the right forearm, making contact, resting on a surface. Perhaps there's light touch of clothing, coolness or warmth, moisture or dryness. Then bringing the attention into the wrist, the right wrist. Now the right hand, the palm and the back of the hand. Noticing contact, moisture, coolness, air blowing by, contact. And then bringing the attention into the fingers and thumbs, the entire length and shaft of each finger and thumb, the fingertips, the fingernails, the spaces between the fingers and thumbs. And then expanding the attention to the entire right arm, from the fingertips up to the shoulders. And fully aware of all the sensations arising from the right arm, moment by moment. And then bringing the attention into both shoulders together. Shoulder joints and the underarms. And in particular, the muscles around both shoulder areas. And following the muscles coming from both shoulders into the back of the neck. So bringing the attention to the back of the neck. The muscles in the back of the neck, muscles that connect the head with the body. Noticing if there's any tension, tightness, or perhaps the muscles are relaxed. Is the neck making contact with the surface or slightly away from the surface that you're resting on? And now the sides of the neck, the large muscles along the sides of the neck. And then the front of the neck, the throat. Perhaps if there's a swallow, noticing the sensations of swallowing at the throat. And then bringing the attention to the entire neck all the way around, internally as well as on the surface. And relaxing the attention from the neck, bringing the attention up into the jaws, beginning where they hinge in front of the ears. Noticing sensations in the area of the TMJs, the temporal mandibular joints, just in front of the ears. And then coming down, forwards to the chin and the area under the chin. And then coming to the lips, noticing if there's moisture or dryness, or the lips making contact. And then inside the mouth, is there moisture or dryness? Sensations from the tongue, the base of the tongue, the gums, the teeth, the roof of the mouth. Noticing any impulse to swallow. And then coming into the cheeks, both cheeks together, the cheekbones, the sinuses within the cheekbones, the cheek muscles. And then moving the attention up into the eye sockets, the cavities where the eyeballs sit. And now the eyeballs themselves. What sensations are present inside the eyeballs? And then coming out to the eyelashes and the eyelids, the eyebrows. The bridge of the nose, the length of the nose, the width of the nose, and the tip of the nose. And then noticing the breath at the tip of the nose, the nostrils. Sensing the breath coming in, perhaps cool air coming in, warm air coming out. Perhaps vibrations. Being fully aware of the sensations of breathing at the tip of the nose. And then bringing the attention into the forehead, the entire expanse of the forehead. Noticing if it's flat or furrowed, tense, relaxed. Vibrations, coolness, moisture. And now coming to the temples, both temples together. And then allowing the attention to rest on the entire face, all the structures of the face together. And perhaps allowing the face to be in neutral. No need to express any feelings, emotions, sensations, thoughts. Noticing how it feels to be with a neutral face. And then coming to the sides of the head, to the ears, the outer ears, the earlobes, and the ear canals. Sensations within the ear canals. And coming to the back of the head, likely making contact on a surface. And the top of the head, vibrations tingling on the top of the head, and then coming to the entire scalp and hair. Noticing now sensations from the skull. And then inside the skull. Sensations coming from the brain inside the skull. And allowing the brain to just be at rest. Allowing it to rest just like the other organs in the body. The lungs, the heart, the digestive system. And then bringing the attention to the entire head. The top and the bottom, the back and the front, the right and the left, the inside and the outside of the head. And then bringing the attention to the head and the neck together. Sensations arising from the head and neck together. Now the head, the neck, the shoulders and arms out to the fingertips, all together. and the head, the neck, the shoulders and arms, and the upper torso, the chest, all together. And the head, the neck, the shoulders and arms, and the entire torso, including the pelvis, all together. And the head, the neck, the shoulders and arms, the entire torsos, expanding the attentions to include both legs, becoming aware of the entirety of the body as it is in this moment. Allowing the body to be just as it is. And then breathing with the entire body. Each in-breath bringing in oxygen, nourishment, and energy. Each out-breath releasing what is not needed by the body. Being fully present with yourself just as you are in this moment. In your body, breathing. Experiencing the body in its entirety. Abiding in your wholeness and completeness. In the stillness. Awake to the experience of being alive. And as we come to an end of this meditation, noticing how it is in the body right now. And now noticing how it is in the mind. And bringing the attention to the heart, noticing how it is in the heart right now. And then finally bringing the attention back to the breath at the belly where we began. Noticing how the breath is. As you take this final moment to appreciate and congratulate yourself for doing this practice. It's a practice that is healthy, nourishing, promoting well-being, promoting mindfulness, sanity, compassion, and setting the intention to be a little more mindful throughout the rest of your life.